Before we get started, you know what to do. Hit that red button right down below to subscribe. And don't forget, you have Ask Michelle B if you have any business or government contracting questions. Now, let's talk about the first benefit. Benefit number one that many people don't realize. Most service contracts are up to 5 years. You get a base plus 4 additional years. What a way to actually build your client base and to increase your income and know exactly what your profit is going to be every single year for 5 years. You add a few more contracts to that, and the next thing you know, you have 3, 4, 5 contracts over a 5-year period for each contract. Think about that. Now, when it comes to products, you can also get a 5-year contract, but most products are single purchases. But sometimes the government wants to buy something and they want to do what we call a BPA purchase, a blanket purchase agreement, and that can go for 5 years. Sometimes you can do that with a GSA contract, and there are other procurement tools that the government uses to do 5-year purchases with products. Benefit number two, many federal contracts allow you to invoice the government and be paid weekly or bi-weekly. So in other words, after you're done with your services for that week, let's say it's on a weekly basis, you've met all of your requirements for the contract for that week, you can go ahead and invoice the government, or bi-weekly. It depends on what's in the contract. Yes, they do have monthly as well, but I suggest that if you do not want to put a lot of cash out upfront and you have a service business, what you should do is make sure that when you're looking at the instructions and you're reading the solicitation, before you submit your bid, make sure you check to see if invoicing and billing is weekly or bi-weekly. Because if it's weekly or bi-weekly, that means every time you invoice, within 5 to 7, at latest 10 days, you will receive ACH payments into your bank account. Benefit number 3. Although I tell you guys don't worry about not having past performance, just do it. If you see something that you want to bid on, just go for it. Stop listening to the noise, because I've won without past performance when I started early on. I've won for clients without past performance. I do make my packages look really good. My bidding packages, I do look competent because I pay attention to the detail. I make my packages look professional, easy to read. I answer the questions as I'm supposed to. So I know if I don't have past performance, something needs to look good. I need to get them the product they're asking for, and that's how you win without past performance. Your capability statement, maybe it looked good when you submitted it and they asked you to submit a bid. All of those things are you representing. So you get your first opportunity. Your past performance becomes gold. Your past performance is like being invited to the party, being invited to an exclusive club where you now have clout, and your clout begins to grow and you become a trusted source. The greatest benefit of all is number 4. You keep up the good work and you'll have a customer for life, which most businesses do not have. It's very difficult to get new business and new customers. Why not learn how to keep the customers that you have and add to your customer base? If you do a good job with the government, that's what will happen. They're not always the easiest to work with, but if you learn and you do what you need to do because you are the expert, they will stay with you because they don't like starting all over either.